Hollywood actresses who had biggest busts. Hollywood didn't just market their beauty, it feared their power. For decades, the industry profited from the striking silhouettes of Black women while simultaneously trying to cage their complexity. From the Amazonian dominance of Tamara Dobson to the defiant volcanic magnetism of Pam Grier, these were not just busty stars, they were cultural disruptors who weaponized their presence to dismantle a system designed to overlook them. But at what cost did this visibility come? Welcome to Black Excellence Legends, where we strip away the glamour to reveal the raw resilience beneath the frame. Are we celebrating their talent, or are we still just staring at the spectacle? Subscribe now, hit that notification bell, and join the conversation that Hollywood tried to silence. Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett does not merely occupy a screen, she commands it with a physical and emotional gravity that has redefined the Hollywood ideal. Standing at 5 feet 4 inches, her presence suggests a much more towering stature, largely due to her legendary commitment to physical fitness and sculpted athleticism. Unlike the ephemeral starlets of the tabloid era, Bassett's beauty is rooted in longevity and muscularity, making her a pioneer for women who celebrate strength alongside femininity. Her breakout role in What's Love Got to Do With It, 1993, remains a masterclass in transformative performance. To portray Tina Turner, Bassett underwent a rigorous training regimen that resulted in the most famous arms in cinematic history. This wasn't just about aesthetics, it was about the visceral storytelling of a woman reclaiming her power. This performance earned her a Golden Globe and her first Academy Award nomination, cementing her status as a prestige actor who possessed the bust and build of a warrior. Statistically, Bassett is a titan of consistency. As of 2026, her career spans over 4 decades with over 100 credits. Her role as Queen Ramonda in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever 2022 made history when she became the first actor from a Marvel Studios film to receive an Oscar nomination for acting. It highlighted her regal silhouette, a blend of graceful aging and defiant vigor that continues to captivate audiences well into her 60s. Beyond the measurements and the muscle, Bassett's biggest asset is her voice and authority. Whether she is playing a historical icon or a fictional sovereign, she utilizes her physical poise to demand respect. She remains a rare example of a performer whose external beauty is perfectly synchronized with an internal, unshakable confidence. Angela Bassett didn't just fit into Hollywood, she forced the industry to build a new throne for her. Meagan Good. Meagan Good represents a unique phenomenon in the entertainment landscape, a performer who transitioned from a ubiquitous music video muse to a formidable lead actress while maintaining a physical aesthetic that seemingly defies the passage of time. Her journey began as a child star, but it was her emergence in the early 2000s that established her as a premier visual icon. With a petite yet profoundly curvaceous frame, Good became the gold standard for a specific era of urban glamour, frequently cited in popular culture for her siren-like appeal and radiant youthful complexion. In films like Eve's Bayou 1997 and later Deliver Us from Eva 2003, Good demonstrated an innate ability to balance a bombshell exterior with a grounded, relatable vulnerability. By the time she starred in the cult classic Waist Deep 2006, her image was cemented as one of Hollywood's most desired leading ladies. Unlike some of her predecessors whose fame was tied to a singular look, Good's versatility allowed her to pivot into various genres, from horror hits like Saw 4 to the blockbuster superhero realm of Shazam 2019, where she portrayed the adult superpowered version of Darla Dudley. Statistically, Good's impact is measured by her staggering longevity. In an industry that often discards actresses after their ingenue phase, she has remained a consistent fixture for over 30 years. As of early 2026, she has amassed over 85 professional credits, a testament to her professional discipline. Her physical presentation, often characterized by her signature short hair looks and fit hourglass proportions, has influenced fashion trends for 2 decades. She has effectively utilized her platform to discuss the intersection of faith, marriage, and career, adding a layer of spiritual depth to her public persona. Meagan Good's legacy is defined by reclamation and endurance. She successfully navigated the vixen label of the early 2000s, proving that her talent was as substantial as her celebrated physique. She didn't just survive the transition into adulthood in the spotlight. She thrived, evolving into a producer and director who controls the lens that once merely gazed upon her. Nia Long. Nia Long embodies a specific kind of cinematic royalty, characterized by a sophisticated and unfiltered allure that has made her the definitive face of Black romantic cinema. While Hollywood often demands artifice, Long's appeal is rooted in a seamless naturalism, in a physical presence that feels attainable yet extraordinary. With her signature radiant smile and a supple, curvaceous yet compact physique, she became the quintessential girl next door who commanded the heart of every leading man and the admiration of every audience member. Her trajectory through the 1990s was nothing short of legendary. From the gritty realism of Boys in the Hood 1991 to the infectious humor of Friday 1995, Long proved that her beauty was a versatile asset. However, it was her performance in Love Jones 1997 that transformed her into a cultural icon. In that film, her style, a mix of bohemian intellectualism and effortless sensuality, defined an entire generation's aesthetic. She presented a version of the modern woman whose confidence wasn't shouted, but felt through her poised movements and expressive eyes. Statistically, Long's career is a masterclass in demographic dominance. By the early 2000s, she had become a box office lucky charm for ensemble dramas with The Best Man, 1999, and Big Mama's House, 2000, showcasing her range from high-stakes emotion to physical comedy. As of 2026, with over 35 years in the spotlight and nearly 80 professional credits, she remains one of the most sought-after veterans in the industry. Her physical longevity is equally impressive. She has navigated the transition into mature roles without losing the youthful vibrancy that first captivated fans, continuing to lead major television projects like Empire and The Best Man, The Final Chapters. Nia Long's legacy is built on authenticity and rhythmic grace. She refused to conform to the hyper-sexualized archetypes of the music video era, instead choosing roles that emphasized her intelligence and emotional depth. She proved that a woman's bust and beauty are most powerful when paired with an unshakable sense of self. Nia Long didn't just play characters, she lived them, leaving an indelible mark on the soul of American film. Halle Berry. Halle Berry represents the pinnacle of Hollywood's visual and professional evolution, a performer who successfully merged the Bond girl archetype with the gravity of an Academy Award winner. Her physical presence is defined by a symmetrical, athletic precision, a combination of delicate features and a sculpted hourglass silhouette that has made her a perennial fixture on world's most beautiful lists for over 3 decades. Yet Berry's true genius lies in her ability to use her undeniable physical magnetism as a Trojan horse to deliver raw, gritty, and profoundly human performances. Starting her career as a pageant queen, Berry faced the immediate prejudice of being too pretty for serious roles. She famously refused to shower for weeks to land her breakout role as a drug addict in Jungle Fever, 1991, a move that signaled her lifelong commitment to subverting the male gaze. While films like The Flintstones 1994 and Swordfish 2001 utilized her bombshell stature and celebrated bust to drive box office numbers, she pivoted sharply with Monsters Ball 2001. Her visceral portrayal of Letitia Musgrove earned her the Oscar for Best Actress, a historic milestone that remains a singular achievement for Black women in film. Statistically, Berry is a global powerhouse. As of early 2026, her filmography includes massive franchises like X-Men as the weather-commanding Storm and John Wick Chapter 3, showcasing a physical discipline that allows her to perform her own stunts well into her late 50s. She has amassed over 60 acting credits and transitioned into directing with Bruce 2020, where she portrayed an MMA fighter, a role that required her to transform her body into a vessel of pure muscle and resilience. Her ability to maintain a peak performance physique while managing chronic health conditions like diabetes has made her an icon of wellness and longevity. Halle Berry's legacy is defined by shattering the glass ceiling while holding the mirror up to society. She proved that a woman could be a global sex symbol and a serious thespian simultaneously without sacrificing her dignity or her agency. She didn't just win an Oscar. She validated the idea that beauty and depth are not mutually exclusive. Halle Berry remains the definitive proof that true stardom is a balance of external radiance and internal steel. Lynn Whitfield. Lynn Whitfield stands as a paragon of high-culture glamour, possessing an aura of regal intensity that distinguishes her from the more kinetic energy of her peers. Her physical presence is defined by a sculpted, timeless elegance, a combination of a refined hourglass silhouette and a facial structure that evokes the classic poise of a mid-century debutante. Whitfield did not just enter Hollywood. She graced it, bringing a classicist approach to her image, where her curves were treated as part of a polished, high-fashion ensemble rather than mere spectacle. Her defining professional moment arrived with the Josephine Baker story 1991. To portray the legendary Baker, Whitfield utilized her lithe yet curvaceous physique to mimic the dancer's legendary fluidity and daring stage presence. This role required more than just beauty. It demanded a theatrical bravery as she bared both her soul and her form to capture the essence of a woman who weaponized her own desirability. The performance earned her an Emmy Award, solidifying her as an actress of immense technical skill who could command the screen through stately magnetism. In terms of career metrics, Whitfield is a pillar of dramatic prestige. As of early 2026, her filmography spans nearly 50 years, with over 100 professional credits. She became a central figure in Southern Gothic storytelling through films like Eve's Bayou 1997, where her poised aristocratic stature made her the perfect vessel for complex maternal roles. Later, she dominated the television landscape in Greenleaf, where her portrayal of Lady May demonstrated that a woman's power and presence only deepen with age. Her ability to maintain a sharp, stiletto-like aesthetic characterized by impeccable tailoring and a defiant, upright posture has made her a style icon for mature women worldwide. Lynn Whitfield's legacy is one of aristocratic resilience and poise. She navigated an industry that often sought to simplify Black beauty, instead insisting on a persona that was intellectual, opulent, and unyieldingly sovereign. She proved that a woman's silhouette is most captivating when it is draped in confidence and backed by a lifetime of craft. Lynn Whitfield remains the definitive example of how glamour can be a form of armor, protecting and projecting a talent that is as deep as it is dazzling. Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams stands as a singular figure in American entertainment, a woman who successfully navigated one of the most public career ruptures in history to emerge as a multi-hyphenate powerhouse. Her physical presence is defined by a striking porcelain smooth elegance, a combination of her famously piercing eyes and a statuesque, sculpted to perfection silhouette. From her historic crowning as the first Black Miss America in 1983 to her current status as a veteran of stage and screen, Williams has maintained a visual standard that blends regal sophistication with a welcoming warmth, effectively setting the aesthetic bar for classic glamour for over 4 decades. The statistical weight of her comeback is staggering. After being forced to resign her title in 1984, an event that would have ended a lesser career, Williams pivoted to music. Her debut album, The Right Stuff, and subsequent hits like Save the Best for Last, earned her 11 Grammy nominations, proving that her appeal was rooted in vocal virtuosity rather than just a tiara. In Hollywood, she subverted the beauty queen trope by playing sharp-tongued, high-status professionals. Her portrayal of Wilhelmina Slater on Ugly Betty, 2006 to 2010, became a cultural touchstone, earning her 3 consecutive Emmy nominations. In that role, she utilized her impeccable fashion sense and commanding posture to create an iconic television villain who was as stunning as she was formidable. As of early 2026, Williams continues to defy the industry's narrow view of aging. With over 100 professional credits across film, television, and Broadway, she remains a formidable box office draw. Her physical discipline, often attributed to her background in dance, is evident in her lithe movements and enduring hourglass proportions, which allow her to transition seamlessly between demanding musical theater roles and high-definition television drama. She has become an advocate for graceful evolution, openly discussing the pressures of beauty standards while maintaining a persona that feels authentic and unshakable. Vanessa Williams' legacy is one of unparalleled reclamation. She proved that a woman's image is not something to be managed by institutions, but something to be owned by the artist. She didn't just survive a scandal, she used it as a foundation to build a skyscraper. Her career serves as a reminder that true beauty is most visible when it is coupled with the courage to begin again. Vanessa Williams remains the definitive proof that elegance is the only beauty that never fades. Teresa Randall. Teresa Randall occupies a distinct space in Hollywood history, representing a bridge between the high-octane action era of the 1990s and a more grounded, soulful realism. Her physical presence is defined by an organic, lived-in beauty, a combination of her deep expressive gaze and a supple, naturally curvaceous silhouette that felt remarkably authentic in an industry increasingly obsessed with hyper-stylized aesthetics. Randall didn't rely on theatrical artifice. Instead, she possessed a rhythmic composure that made her a grounding force alongside some of the biggest male stars in cinematic history. Randall's professional trajectory is a masterclass in supporting lead excellence. While she held her own in prestige projects like Spike Lee's Malcolm X 1992 and Girl 6 1996, she gained global recognition as the emotional anchor of major franchises. In Bad Boys 1995 and its sequels, her portrayal of Teresa Burnett provided a mature feminine counterbalance to the chaotic energy of the film's protagonist. Unlike many wife roles of the era, Randall utilized her graceful stature and composed physicality to ensure her characters felt like equal partners rather than background ornaments. Her performance in Beverly Hills Cop 3 1994 further showcased her ability to blend romantic chemistry with a sharp contemporary intelligence. Statistically, Randall's career reflects a quality over spectacle philosophy. As of early 2026, her body of work stands as a testament to her versatility, spanning high-budget blockbusters to intimate, independent dramas. While she intentionally stepped away from the intense Hollywood spotlight in the 2000s, her influence remains palpable among audiences who value naturalism and understated allure. Her physical presentation, often characterized by her signature short hairstyles and fit balanced proportions, set a standard for a realistic glamour that felt both modern and timeless. She proved that an actress could be a siren without needing to perform a caricature of desire. Teresa Randall's legacy is defined by integrity and narrative weight. She successfully navigated a period when Hollywood often overlooked the interiority of Black female characters, instead infusing every role with a sense of dignity and unspoken strength. She demonstrated that a woman's physical presence is most compelling when it serves as a vessel for genuine human emotion. Teresa Randall remains a reminder that true stardom is not always about the loudest voice, but about the enduring resonance of a performance that feels as real as life itself. Lonette McKee. Lonette McKee stands as a luminous intersection of musical virtuosity and dramatic depth, possessing an aura of ethereal sophistication that defined a new era of independent Black womanhood on screen. Her physical presence is characterized by a delicate, high-fashion bone structure, a combination of her hauntingly beautiful eyes and a slender yet curvaceous silhouette that radiated a natural, unforced glamour. McKee did not merely act her roles, she infused them with a lyrical poise, using her background as a songwriter and singer to bring a rhythmic cadence to her movements and speech. Her professional breakthrough in Sparkle 1976 remains one of the most poignant debuts in film history, as the tragic, talented Sister Williams McKee utilized her radiant, lithe frame to portray both the dazzling heights of stardom and the harrowing depths of addiction. It was a performance of raw elegance, where her beauty served to amplify the heartbreak of the narrative. This ability to balance a siren-like exterior with a vulnerable, complex interior made her a favorite of visionary directors like Francis Ford Coppola, who cast her in The Cotton Club 1984, and Spike Lee, for whom she delivered a powerful performance in Jungle Fever 1991. Statistically, McKee is a rare multi-threat talent whose career defies easy categorization. As of early 2026, her body of work spans over 50 years, encompassing Broadway milestones, such as her historic run as Julie in Showboat, and dozens of film and television credits. She broke barriers by being the first Black woman to play certain traditionally white roles on stage, proving that her statuesque presence and vocal power were universal forces. Even as she moved into the 2000s, she maintained a timeless aesthetic, characterized by her signature flowing curls and a defiant, upright posture that signaled her unwavering artistic integrity. Lynette McKee's legacy is defined by artistic sovereignty and melodic resilience. She successfully navigated an industry that often struggled to place her mixed heritage elegance, instead carving out a space that was entirely her own. She demonstrated that a woman's physical presence is at its most potent when it is synchronized with a creative spirit that refuses to be silenced. Lynette McKee remains a definitive example of the artist as icon, a woman whose beauty was always the secondary note to the profound soul of her work. Diane Carroll. Diane Carroll was more than a star. She was a seismic shift in the visual language of American media. Her physical presence was defined by a meticulously curated haute couture poise, a blend of her slender, willow-like frame and an upright, regal carriage that suggested a woman who moved through a world of her own making. Carroll's beauty was never merely decorative. It was a strategic asset, a polished and statuesque aesthetic that she weaponized to dismantle stereotypes and claim spaces previously forbidden to Black women. Her professional milestones are monumental. With the premiere of Julia in 1968, Carroll became the first Black woman to lead a non-servant role on a major television series. For this, she utilized her refined, hourglass yet slight physique to project a revolutionary image, a modern professional widow that white America could admire without fear. However, she proved her grit by stripping away the glamour for the film, Claudine 1974 earning an Academy Award nomination for her portrayal of a struggling single mother. This demonstrated that her classic bust and celebrated silhouette were secondary to a dramatic range that could plumb the depths of human hardship. Statistically, Carroll's career is a blueprint for longevity and elite-tier success. Across 6 decades, she earned Tony Golden Globe and Emmy accolades. In the 1980s, she reinvented herself as the first Black bitch on television, Dominique Devereaux in Dynasty. In this role, she utilized her impeccable fashion sense and commanding broad-shouldered power suits to stand toe-to-toe with Hollywood giants, asserting that Black luxury was just as formidable as its white counterpart. As of her passing in 2019 at the age of 84, she remained the gold standard for ageless grace, maintaining a svelte, dancer-like vitality that continued to dominate red carpets well into her final years. Diane Carroll's legacy is defined by uncompromising excellence and visual diplomacy. She understood that her physical presentation was a form of cultural warfare, using her elegance to force the industry to expand its narrow imagination. She proved that a woman's allure is at its most potent when it is backed by an iron will and an intellectual sharp-edgedness. Diane Carroll remains the definitive First Lady of Black Hollywood, a woman who didn't just break the mold, but designed a more opulent one in its place. Juanita Moore. Juanita Moore occupied a space in cinema that demanded a profound interior strength, possessing a physical presence that functioned as a visual anchor of maternal grace and unshakable stoicism. Her silhouette was defined by a soft, grounded composure, a combination of her steady, soulful eyes and a dignified, mature frame that radiated a sense of history and wisdom. Moore did not rely on the high-octane glamour of the starlet era. Instead, she commanded the screen through a gravitational stillness, proving that the most powerful presence is often the one that absorbs the most light. Her professional landmark in Imitation of Life, 1959, remains one of the most emotionally devastating performances in film history. As Annie Johnson Moore utilized her natural, unassuming stature to portray a woman whose heart was the battlefield for a daughter's racial identity crisis. This role demanded a physical humility that contrasted sharply with the extravagant aesthetic of her co-star Lana Turner. Her ability to convey immense suffering through a simple, upright posture and a trembling voice earned her an Academy Award nomination, making her only the 5th Black performer to be recognized in Oscar history. She proved that a woman's presence was measured by the depth of her soul rather than the flash of her jewels. Statistically, Moore was a titan of longevity and unsung resilience. Her career spanned an incredible 60 years with over 80 professional credits that stretched from the late 1930s into the early 2000s. Even as Hollywood attempted to confine her to domestic or secondary roles, she maintained a regal, unyielding elegance that elevated every frame she occupied. When she passed away in 2014 at the age of 99, she was remembered as a pioneer who survived the studio system without surrendering her integrity. Her physical presentation, characterized by her calm, open features and a graceful aging process, became a symbol of the enduring power of the Black female artist. Juanita Moore's legacy is defined by spiritual weight and narrative sacrifice. She understood that her physical presence was a bridge between generations, using her image to humanize stories that Hollywood often sought to simplify. She demonstrated that a woman's allure can be found in her capacity for compassion and her emotional transparency. Juanita Moore remains the definitive proof that true stardom is not found in the roar of the crowd, but in the silent, eternal resonance of a truth well told. Tamara Dobson. Tamara Dobson was a visual earthquake in 1970s Hollywood, a woman whose physical dimensions challenged the industry's very definition of femininity. Standing a majestic 6 feet 2 inches tall, she possessed an architectural presence, a combination of her towering height, an athletic yet profoundly voluptuous silhouette, and a feline grace that made her appear as if she were carved from obsidian. Dobson did not just enter a room, she dominated its airwaves, utilizing her Amazonian stature to transition from the world of high-fashion modeling to becoming the most physically formidable female action star of the blaxploitation era. Her professional apex arrived with Cleopatra Jones, 1973. In this role, Dobson utilized her statuesque, hourglass on a grand scale frame to redefine the hero archetype. Wearing floor-length furs and driving a customized Corvette, she presented an image of Black womanhood that was affluent, dangerous, and utterly self-sovereign. Unlike the damsel trope, Dobson used her long-limbed reach and powerful, full-figured athleticism to execute combat scenes that felt authentic and intimidating. She proved that a woman's bust and beauty could be integrated into a persona of pure tactical dominance, outshining her male counterparts in both style and strength. Statistically, Dobson's impact is measured by her visual disruption. Before her arrival, 6-foot-plus women were almost exclusively relegated to freakish or background roles. Dobson shattered this, maintaining a high-fashion Vogue-level aesthetic while racking up box office hits. Although the industry struggled to cast her as the blaxploitation trend faded, her resilience led her to a successful pivot. She utilized her discipline to earn a master's degree in business administration, proving that her commanding presence was backed by an equally formidable intellect. As of her passing in 2006, she remained an undisputed icon of power glamour, whose statuesque 38-inch bust silhouette continues to inspire modern action heroines. Tamara Dobson's legacy is defined by unapologetic scale and aesthetic authority. She refused to shrink herself to make others comfortable, instead forcing the camera to adjust to her magnitude. She demonstrated that a woman's physical presence is most revolutionary when it is allowed to occupy its full natural space. Tamara Dobson remains the definitive Amazon of cinema, a woman who proved that height, curves, and power are the ultimate trinity of stardom. Lola Falana. Lola Falana was a kinetic force of nature, a performer who synthesized the raw energy of dance with a sophisticated, show-stopping allure that earned her the title First Lady of Las Vegas. Her physical presence was defined by a vibrant, high-octane athleticism, a combination of her incredibly toned dancer's legs and a perfectly proportioned hourglass silhouette that radiated a magnetic, sun-kissed glow. Falana did not just perform, she detonated on stage, utilizing her taut, muscular frame to execute choreography that was as technically demanding as it was visually hypnotic. Her professional ascent was fueled by a limitless versatility discovered by Sammy Davis Jr. Falana utilized her lithe, spring-loaded physique to conquer Broadway film and the grueling Las Vegas circuit. In the 1970s, she became the highest-paid female performer in Vegas, earning a staggering $100,000 per week. This success was built on a physical charisma that transcended race. She presented an image of Black womanhood that was glamorous, self-assured, and physically peak. Unlike the passive starlets of the era, Falana used her well-defined, sculpted by dance bust and torso to project a sense of joyous dominance, proving that a woman's beauty was most captivating when it was fueled by pure, unadulterated talent. Statistically, Falana's story is one of unprecedented resilience. As of early 2026, she remains a symbol of triumph over adversity. In the late 1980s, at the height of her fame, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a condition that threatened her mobility and her career. She utilized her spiritual discipline and iron will to undergo a miraculous recovery, eventually returning to the stage before pivoting toward a life of faith and ministry. Her physical presentation, characterized by her infectious smile and a gracefully strong maturity, became a testament to the idea that true presence is a matter of the spirit as much as the flesh. Lola Falana's legacy is defined by radiant energy and moral courage. She successfully navigated a world of excess, maintaining a wholesome yet sultry image that emphasized health, movement, and dignity. She demonstrated that a woman's physical presence is most potent when it serves as a vessel for a higher purpose. Lola Falana remains the definitive diamond of the desert, a woman who proved that the most beautiful curves are the ones that bend toward resilience. Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt was an anomaly of nature and a titan of self-invention, possessing a physical presence that was as predatory as it was polished. Her silhouette was defined by a compact, spring-loaded tension, a combination of her razor-sharp cheekbones, a perpetually arched spine, and a lithe yet profoundly curvaceous frame that radiated an almost supernatural sensuality. Standing only 5 feet 2 inches, Kitt utilized her feline stature to dominate rooms twice her size, proving that the most intoxicating presence isn't built on volume, but on the controlled vibration of raw intellect. Her professional journey was a masterclass in multilingual mastery. Kitt utilized her supple, dancer-trained physique to conquer the global stage, singing in 10 different languages and moving with a calculated cat-like fluidity that left audiences breathless. In the 1950s, Orson Welles famously called her the most exciting woman in the world. She didn't just play a siren, she lived the archetype, using her well-defined athletic bust and narrow waist to project an image of exotic sophistication that Hollywood struggled to categorize. When she donned the ears of Catwoman in 1967, she didn't just play a character, she became the definitive visual blueprint for sensual danger. Statistically, Kitt's legacy is a monument to political and artistic resilience. In 1968, at the height of her American fame, she was effectively blacklisted for a decade after speaking truth to power at a White House luncheon regarding the Vietnam War. She utilized her iron-willed discipline to rebuild her career in Europe, eventually returning to the United States to earn Tony and Emmy nominations. As of her passing in 2008, at the age of 81, she remained the ultimate indestructible icon, maintaining a svelte, gravity-defying vitality and a voice that could still purr or roar with equal authority. She proved that a woman's allure is most lethal when it is paired with a refusal to be owned by anyone. Eartha Kitt's legacy is defined by unapologetic self-authorship. She understood that her physical presentation was an extension of her inner predator, using her elegance to maintain a stance of absolute independence. She demonstrated that a woman's silhouette is most captivating when it is a manifestation of a sovereign mind. Eartha Kitt remains the definitive Catwoman of the world, a woman who proved that true beauty is the sound of a woman who refuses to apologize for the space she occupies. Dorothy Dandridge. Dorothy Dandridge was the definitive Venus of mid-century cinema, a woman whose physical presence was so harmonious it felt like a deliberate act of artistry. Her silhouette was defined by an exquisite mathematical symmetry, a combination of her fragile doll-like facial features and a perfectly etched hourglass frame that radiated a luminous, high-contrast beauty. Standing at 5 feet 5 inches, Dandridge possessed a fragile magnetism that made her appear both untouchable and deeply vulnerable, setting a visual gold standard for Black femininity that Hollywood had never before permitted to lead. Her professional trajectory was a sequence of historic firsts, shrouded in systemic limitation. In Carmen Jones' 1954, Dandridge utilized her supple, willow-thin yet curvaceous physique to deliver a performance of smoldering intensity. She didn't just sing and dance, she moved with a sinuous elegance that demanded the camera's total devotion. This performance made her the first Black woman in history to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress. However, she was trapped in a glamour paradox. Her celebrated bust and refined silhouette made her too seductive for the stereotypical roles of the era, yet the industry's racial codes prohibited her from being cast as a traditional romantic lead opposite white stars. She proved that a woman's beauty could be a gilded cage when the world wasn't ready for her brilliance. Statistically, Dandridge's legacy is a poignant study of truncated potential. Although her career was cut short by her tragic passing in 1965 at the age of 42, she left behind a blueprint for every Black leading lady who followed. She was a pioneer of the image, maintaining a meticulously groomed, couture-ready aesthetic even as she faced financial and personal collapse. As of 2026, she is remembered not as a footnote but as a martyr for representation. Her physical presentation, characterized by her signature soft curls and a poised neck-elongated stance, remains an enduring symbol of the cost of being the first. She demonstrated that a woman's allure is at its most haunting when it is paired with a soul that refuses to be diminished by its surroundings. Dorothy Dandridge's legacy is defined by shattered barriers and radiant sorrow. She understood that her physical presentation was a bridge to a future she would never fully inhabit, using her elegance to force Hollywood to look at Black womanhood through a lens of desire and dignity. She demonstrated that a woman's silhouette is most profound when it serves as a silent protest against the narrowness of the frame. Dorothy Dandridge remains the tragic queen of cinema, a woman who proved that the most beautiful flame is often the one that the world tries hardest to extinguish. Pam Grier. Pam Grier was the definitive cinematic explosion of the 1970s, a woman whose physical presence dismantled the damsel in distress trope and replaced it with a warrior goddess reality. Her silhouette was defined by an unapologetic, volcanic magnetism, a combination of her fierce, penetrating gaze and a powerfully endowed hourglass frame that radiated a primal, sun-drenched confidence. Standing at 5 feet 8 inches, Grier possessed a kinetic authority that made her appear as a force of nature, setting a visual standard for female agency that was as physically commanding as it was emotionally resonant. Her professional breakthrough in films like Coffee 1973 and Foxy Brown 1974 redefined the action hero archetype. Grier utilized her robust, athletically busty physique to project a revolutionary image, a woman who could navigate the urban underworld with both a shotgun and a smile. She didn't just inhabit space, she reclaimed it using her well-defined Amazonian-level curves to deliver a performance of raw elegance that Hollywood had never before granted to a leading lady. Her ability to blend a siren-like exterior with a gritty, revenge-driven interior made her the first female star to truly rival male action icons in both box office draw and cultural impact. Statistically, Grier's legacy is a monument to narrative survival. After the blaxploitation era, she faced decades of industry neglect before Quentin Tarantino crafted Jackie Brown 1997 specifically for her. In that film, she utilized her seasoned, statuesque maturity to earn a Golden Globe nomination, proving that her presence only deepened with time. As of early 2026, at the age of 76, she remains the godmother of the action heroine, maintaining a vibrant, earth-toned vitality that continues to influence modern cinema. Her physical presentation, characterized by her untamed signature curls and a defiant, broad-shouldered stance, stands as a symbol of unfiltered Black excellence. Pam Grier's legacy is defined by audacious strength and self-possession. She understood that her physical presentation was a form of cultural armor, using her beauty to protect and project a spirit that refused to be silenced. She demonstrated that a woman's silhouette is most potent when it is backed by an iron will and a heart made of fire. Pam Grier remains the definitive queen of the screen, a woman who proved that true glamour is the ability to walk through the flames and emerge even more radiant. The legacy of these screen sirens transcends mere physical measurements. It is a profound study of how Black excellence legends weaponize beauty to survive an industry built on exclusion. From Pam Grier's revolutionary power to Dorothy Dandridge's radiant tragedy, these women forced Hollywood to expand its narrow definition of desire. Yet a haunting question remains: did the industry truly celebrate their talent, or did it simply exploit their silhouettes as a profitable spectacle? As we look at today's stars, are they truly freer, or are they still trapped within a modern version of the same gilded cage?